The 2017 Mountain East Conference Tournament quarterfinals on the men's side of the bracket is finished. The first game on the docket was West Liberty versus Glenville State. Glenville always plays West Liberty tough, especially in the Mountain East Conference Tournament. That was no different today. They held an 8-point lead 9 minutes into the first half. West Liberty would not get their first lead of the game until 1 minute left in that first half. They took a 3-point lead into halftime, and Brett Morse for Glenville State at the start of the second half, 15 seconds in, would get a bucket and a foul, would convert the and one opportunity and tie the ball game up very early in that second half. West Liberty held the lead for most of the first 8.5 minutes of the second half, and Glenville State never trailed by more than 4 before retaking the lead midway through the second. It was back and forth from that point on. West Liberty took the lead for a minute before Glenville State took it right back, leading by 4 with 2:29 to play. 3-pointers from Dan Monteroso and Devin Hearn put the Toppers ahead for good, but it was the defense that really stepped up and sealed the win for the Toppers. A block by Zach Grossenbacher. He got the rebound and was fouled, hit the 2 free throws, plus a Monteroso steal with 2 free throws from David Dennis, and then another steal by Zach Grossenbacher sealed the 75-71 victory for West Liberty. They move on to the semifinals and play Saturday at 8:15. The second game of the Mountain East quarterfinals was Wheeling Jesuit University versus West Virginia Wesleyan College. Wheeling Jesuit took advantage of their opportunities by shooting great and converting Bobcat turnovers into points. In the first half, Wheeling Jesuit led most of the way, but they started to build their lead towards the end of the first half with a 6-point lead at the break. They quickly extended their lead to double digits in the second half, and that was the end of it. Their largest lead was the final score, 90-63, a 27-point victory. Leading scorer for the game was Mo Birchie of Wesleyan with 28 points. Haywood Highsmith had 23. Ritz had 21 as well for Wheeling Jesuit. Jesuit will take on West Liberty at 8:15 on Saturday night in the Mountain East Conference semifinals. The winner goes on to the finals of the Mountain East Conference Tournament. The first game of the second session was Fairmont State versus the University of Charleston. Charleston held a 7-point lead just for a short time in that first half. Then Fairmont State took over. They got a double-digit lead with 10.5 minutes left in the game and never gave it up. The largest lead was 15 points, and they won 76-64. The leading scorer for Fairmont State was DeAndre Stockman with 18 points. Vontae Montgomery scored 15 points and grabbed 7 rebounds. Fairmont State will take on Shepherd at 6 p.m. on Saturday night to see who goes to the finals on Sunday afternoon. The final game of the day was Notre Dame College versus Shepherd, and what a close one it was. Maybe not the most talented teams in this conference, but boy, was it a close game. In the first half, Shepherd led for 13 minutes. They shot only 26% from the field, but it was a close ending of the first half at 31-27 in favor of Notre Dame. KT Taylor led Notre Dame and all scorers in the first half with 12 points, shooting 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Shepherd took the lead 5 minutes into the second with an A.J. Carr 3-pointer. Notre Dame tied the game at 58 with 2 free throws from Will Voorhees with just under 5 minutes to play. Shepherd regained the lead, but Notre Dame would not go away. Voorhees tied the game once again at 65 with 90-plus seconds left, and a free throw by Carr gave Shepherd a 1-point lead with just over 1 minute to play. The teams would trade 3-pointers, and the Rams were up by 1 with 26 seconds left. Will Voorhees, one of the best players in the Mountain East Conference, missed 2 free throws with 10 seconds left in the game. That forced Notre Dame to foul. Shepherd would hit their free throws and end up winning the ball game 71-68. Shepherd advances to face off against the number 1 team in the conference and the number 1 team in the country, Fairmont State, Saturday night at 6 p.m. in the Mountain East Conference Tournament semifinals. The Mountain East Conference Tournament semifinals will take place Saturday for both men's and women's. The first session will be women's. It will be Fairmont State taking on the University of Charleston at noon and Wheeling Jesuit taking on Virginia Wise at 2:15. The second session will be the men's. It'll be Fairmont State and Shepherd at 6 and Wheeling Jesuit and West Liberty at 8:15 to close out Saturday night. We will see who goes to the finals to play Sunday afternoon.